Prime Minister assumes 6-month chairmanship of CARICOM, signs 3 agreements with the grouping, and enters partnership pacts with Cuba, Guyana and Chile. These and so much more are in today's Jamaica House Weekly. Prime Minister Andrew Holness assumed chairmanship of the Caribbean Community on July 1. And between July 4 and 6, he hosted the 39th Conference of the Heads of Government of CARICOM in Montego Bay. Ahead of the meeting's opening, Mr. Holness witnessed the swearing-in of Justice Adrian Saunders as the new president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ. Justice Saunders, who has been serving the court since 2005, replaces Sir Dennis Byron, who served for 7 years.
I am fully confident that based on your commendable professional experience and personal attributes, under your stewardship, the court will continue to be a guardian of the rights of the people of the Caribbean, and that you will discharge your functions in this new role with distinction and integrity.
At the conference's opening on Wednesday, Prime Minister Holness laid out the major priorities of his 6-month stewardship of CARICOM. Among them, implementing the Caribbean single market and economy, youth engagement, climate change management, and crime.
With this in mind, we will call upon all member states to summon the necessary political will and determination to ensure that all programs and initiatives are strategically focused and geared towards meeting an ambitious process of reform.
On the margins of the conference, Prime Minister Holness held bilateral talks with Cuban President Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel. The two spoke of deepening relations in health, education, sport, agriculture, disaster management, security, human resource development, and trade.
Jamaica and Cuba are also in the process of finalizing plans for a regional school of arts, which is envisioned to be a primer, pre-university level regional school for the classic and performing arts. This facility will allow our students to transition more easily into undergraduate studies in the arts.
Mr. Holness also met with Guyana's President David Granger. Coming out of those talks, the countries reactivated their Joint Commission Agreement, which was first established in 1995. Security, trade, investment, agriculture and food security are among the major priorities of that agreement. Jamaica's relationship with Chile was also strengthened during CARICOM 39. Bilateral talks led to pledges to follow through with agreements reached in the areas of sport, trade, health, energy, climate change and environmental management. After discussing several issues, Prime Minister Holness and his regional counterparts signed 3 instruments of agreement. Friday's signing of the CARICOM Arrest Warrant Treaty will see regional countries working together to apprehend fugitives. Amendments of the Treaty of Chaguaramas will incorporate the Council of National Security and Law Enforcement as a body to focus on crime and security. And the revised agreement for the establishment of CXC seeks to update the legal structure to meet modern standards, as well as consider requests from other territories to participate in the Examination Council.
We can confidently say that the 39th conference has delivered on the long-awaited promises to our citizens of this region.
Chief among them, an agreement to have all member states facilitate free movement of skilled persons within CARICOM by December 31, 2018. A protocol on contingent rights has also been signed by 6 member states to ensure that families remain together as they move throughout the region. And by August 1, 2018, all member states should adopt clear guidelines on the refusal of entry for CARICOM nationals. As for the implementation of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy (CSME), plans are in place to have full adoption by July 2019. As such, quarterly meetings will be held to fast-track the process, starting in September. And a special meeting on the CSME will be held this November in Trinidad and Tobago to drive the implementation.
In respect of the CARICOM Review Commission report, the heads agreed that it would be taken into account in the work of the Prime Ministerial Subcommittee on the CSME and at a special meeting of conference in November 2018.
The CARICOM heads also agreed to continue their promotion of disaster management and response mechanisms. Regional security agencies are to increase information and intelligence sharing. The heads of government have also endorsed 6 priorities related to non-communicable diseases for the region to advocate for during the negotiation of the outcome political document. And on the current classification of marijuana as an illicit drug,
we also agreed that each member state, in accordance with its own circumstances, would determine its own pathway to pursue the law reforms necessary as proposed by the Regional Marijuana Commission.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness closed out the island's hosting of the 39th Conference of the CARICOM Heads of Government with a road race. At Saturday's 10K and 5K run-walk, the Prime Minister encouraged greater physical activity to lessen the onset of non-communicable diseases.
Just 30 minutes of activity, of exercise, can stave off many of these non-communicable diseases. So I want to endorse the event today. I want to encourage you all and get the message out that Jamaica moves, CARICOM moves.
On Sunday, Mr. Holness, in his capacity as CARICOM chairman, expressed grave concern about violent protests which have erupted in Haiti. While calling for restraint and an end to the violence, Prime Minister Holness said he deplored the loss of life and property as well as damage to infrastructure. He welcomed actions to defuse the situation, which he asserts can only be resolved in an atmosphere of calm. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.